What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
Naima.
And this is not a
A damn podcast.
Presented by
our damn selves.
262?
262.
That's right. Episode 262. After a deep one last week, hopefully it's gonna be some deepness, but it's gonna be a little lighthearted because
a little lighthearted, yeah.
We did last week the whole Uvalde episode, which I was on a soapbox, but
it needed to be said. Some things needed to be said.
Yes.
Too much. I feel as a society, too much. It's like, oh, I don't want to be offensive. I want to be PC. I want everybody to like me. I want
to be offensive.
Speak from here.
Society and shit. I want to be offensive.
Speak from here. I speak from my heart, and I'm like, if I speak from my heart, I know I'm not doing anything wrong. This is how I honestly feel right here. I'm gonna voice it. It may offend you. It may not.
You don't like what I'm saying? I don't give a shit.
Right. But this is what I know in my heart. If I know something.
That might even be the thumbnail we use. I don't know. Let's get banned and shit. Yeah, but that might be my thumbnail.
Nah, don't get us
banned. Y'all not watching the YouTube version. I just flipped the camera off. That might be the thumbnail this week. God damn it.
Wow.
I'm still.
Well, mom told me that the middle finger, she said, well, I just view that's halfway to peace. I said, that's a good way of viewing it, Mom. She said, that's halfway to being peace. I said, okay, Mom, I get you.
Mr. Rogers must have thought the same thing. Because you said, I know you've seen the meme of Mr. Rogers doing a double bird.
Oh, yeah, daddy finger.
Yeah, he was doing that, yeah. And of course, like nowadays in the internet era, like people caught the freeze frame of that. Mr. Rogers flipping, like it looks like he's flipping the double bird, yeah, with the daddy finger. Yes, what he was saying.
Which, as a parent, and I know I'm going off on a side note, but as a parent, every parent hates that song because, like, your kids.
Oh, the song sucks except for the daddy finger part.
No, because your kids just play it on repeat because they find all this stuff on YouTube and they just play it and play it and play it. It's like,
at least it ain't Encanto, goddammit. So good. I ain't even seen Encanto, but I know everything about.
You know about Bruno.
Everything about the shit. I ain't even seen it. So there we go. That's how big that fucking shit is.
They're doing Encanto Day at our school this week, where I had to buy a full costume for her. So she's going to be going in full costume as Mirabelle. She's going to go in full costume with the hair, the glasses, the earrings, the shoes, the dress, full costume.
Sure, we did that back in the days. Yeah, right. Return of the Jedi Day when I was that age. I'm sure.
There you go. With the lightsabers
or Han and shit. Or come in full Darth Vader gear and shit like that.
I would pay to see somebody in full Chewie. That's what I want to see. Yeah.
Or from my era, the Ewoks who like everybody outside of my age group hated for some reason. The fucking Ewoks. Because we were little, so the Ewoks was geared towards.
The Ewoks were cool.
The older Star Wars fans said, this shit. So
yeah. And like you with Encanto, I've never seen the original Star Wars. The only one I saw was episode 1.
God damn it, yes.
I only seen episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That's the only one I've seen, but I haven't seen any of the other Star Wars.
Almost every Star Wars.
I know it.
Almost every. I'll rephrase from the main story because it's like they have like offshoots and like spin-off stuff from the main timeline. I've seen the last Jedi was the last one I saw. I don't know if it's one after that. That's the last of the main story I saw was the last Jedi.
And now the Obi-Wan is on Disney Plus, I think now. Was it about to start or something?
Yeah. And then
the Obi-Wan.
And then Mandalorian I haven't watched yet. The Han Solo I didn't see like with Donald Glover is Blendo. I didn't see that one. Yes.
Oh, okay.
He played he played Billy D's part, basically a Lando character.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like I didn't see like though that's I consider that's part of the spin-off series, but like the main timeline I saw all like up to Last Jedi was the last one I saw.
Yeah, I ain't seen. I've all seen episode 1.
Yeah, the original 3, which is like the best one still to me, the original 3. That's what I heard.
I am going to. I know I keep on saying this, but maybe I'm going to take some time off this month for my birthdays, and so me and Marcus are going to be off this month for our birthdays. But maybe I might watch some Star Wars on Disney Plus. I might Might watch a little bit of Star Wars because
I like Return of the Jedi. I don't give a shit when anybody says people don't like Jedi for whatever reason. Because
is that the one with Jabba the Hutt? Was
Jabba the Hutt, yes.
Okay.
And
see, like I said, I know some of the stuff, but
Boba Fett, like, come on, like I watched all of that shit.
Jar Jar in there or no?
Jar Jar came in the prequels. That's when
he was annoying.
People didn't like Jar Jar.
He was annoying. I just always saw him like in meme form, and he just seemed very annoying in meme form. He just seemed super irritating. He did. Oh my god.
Jar Jar wasn't in my Star Wars, basically.
Jar Jar.
We had C-3PO and R2D2. God damn it.
That would be another cool costume if somebody came, if a brother and sister did that. That would be pretty cool. Or like two brothers or whatever. That'd be a cool costume to do. Okay. Yeah.
We go on a whole Star Wars, right? We're talking about Encanto. When I say I guess we did that with Star Wars back.
Because I mean Encanto is like they have the Lego set. Like we've already had the Lego set of Encanto. So yeah, like she's Encanto now, Encanto figurines, Encanto everything. She loves that movie. Mm-hmm. She loves that movie a lot. So,
okay. Since we're talking movies and actors, and there's a lot of shit we can start with. Like, where you want to start? You want to start with the Red Table train wreck? You want to start there?
We can start there for healing. We can start there for healing.
Sick of this broad, but I'll let you talk about it. I only watched the highlights. I
didn't watch the episode.
I refuse to watch. She ain't getting no fucking clicks from me and shit. If I watch it, it's gonna be a pirated version of that shit. Like so.
I didn't watch the episode, but I did see her little prelogue, whatever, like her little thing before the Red Table, where she briefly mentioned the Oscar slap, and I'm like, why are we going back to the Oscar slap? Like I think it's kind of over with. I think it's kind of over. Like if you didn't speak about it then, why are you speaking about it like 2 months later now? It's kind of, you see what I mean? It's kind of like we've kind of forgotten about that now. You know what I mean? But I mean, she spoke about it and said that she hopes that they can come back together, the two men, and this and that. And I
said it then. I said now. Chris Rock did nothing wrong. So what does he have to like?
What is he apologizing for? But the thing that unfortunately, because of that incident, unfortunately, a lot of stuff has been tainted now. And like from what I saw of the episode, it looked like it was a good episode talking about alopecia. Like it actually was a good episode, but
it was alopecia. That's what I got out of it.
But because it's tainted by that whole, and then the way to start the episode is like, why? Like, come on. Like we could have just left that alone. Like you could have just did your episode, because what it looked like the episode was about, it looked like it was like the family of like a person.
That's what I'm reading the transcripts. Yeah, after
teenager. A teenager or preteen.
Chris Evans talking to not Chris Evans, Chris Hansen. Yeah, Chris Evans was Captain America. Chris Hansen talking to the perverts on To Catch a Predator. Like that. I have the transcripts. Yeah. And he turned out to be a shithead too, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I'm reading about it.
It looked like the person,
somebody with alopecia she had on the show.
Yeah, like somebody's family member.
All it is like is the family's name. It looks like.
And they committed suicide. The child was bullied for their alopecia, and as a teenager, like I said, I want to say either the child was a preteen or even a teenager. And what is just so sad about all this that I took away from this is that it's just happening way too often. Like too many of our preteens and teens are committing suicide now. Like that's becoming, like you'll see like an 11-year-old, like a parent found their 11-year-old hanging in the closet. Like you'll see, you're seeing that. And it's just scary as a parent. Like, I mean, I have young children, so it's very scary as a parent thinking about that. And where my mind went is like,
people want to pretend like it's not a thing.
Yeah, where my mind went is like, why is this happening? And like a theory that I have is when we were in school, like I'm gonna go back in our day.
Let's just call it what it is: pre-internet. That's what we go.
There you go. Back in our day, all we had was our school bully. We had our Nelson, our Dolph, our Kearney. That's all we had. We just had like our few bullies in our school.
I won't let you just hate on fucking Jimbo too. But
and Jimbo, there you go. I forget Jimbo Jones. Hey, baby, my shift's cheaping. I forgot about Jimbo. But I mean, that's what you had basically in your school. You just had your few bullies, and yeah, it sucked having bullies. I mean, you were bullied, I was bullied.
Shit, yeah, let's go on. Let's keep going with the bully talk.
Yeah. It happened. You had your few bullies in your one school, but now with social media, the internet, you could be getting bullied by thousands, even like hundreds of thousands of people.
Facebook, you can have up to 5,000 friends on there. If like 4,000 of them are bullies, that can happen. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You could have like a shit ton of bullies now.
Even 10%, that's 500.
Still 100 bullies if it's 10%.
Yeah, even 10%.
Most of them is even worse though. Like if you just like that unpopular, and most of the people
that you could have hundreds or thousands of people. So that's why I'm trying to do better about like being kind about stuff. Like
it's real. Like I was
cyberbullying is very real.
Yeah, and now it's even worse. Yeah.
I know a lot of like the older people don't get there. Like, well, you just unplug from the computer. How are you letting somebody affect you with the computer? It's like, but
let's go back in our day. It's like saying, well, you could just go to school and come straight home. You don't have to go out and outside and play with your friends. That's the same.
Right.
If you have a neighborhood bully, it's like saying that shit. Well, you just stay in the house.
That's how your kids play. They play on the computer.
Yeah. You just stay in the house.
You like, post stuff for likes. Like you post you may post like your outfit, like what's going on now, prom, graduation season. So you post your, hey, got my fit first. You think that you looking nice, and then people coming in just bullying you, telling you that you look like shit, and just being cruel in the comments to you.
Where'd you get that from? K&G, ha ha ha! Like
being cruel. People being cruel to you.
And everybody just piles on with it and shit. Yeah, and you can't.
And no matter, no matter how good your clapback game is, if 4,000 people are coming at you.
I told you I'm a grown man, but I had an incident last week with the Black Authority and his followers and shit. Like a lot of them got like I can take the shit. I don't give a shit. It's like and like I have a pretty good clapback game, but yeah, it's like
what's a preteen and a teenager? It's like your brain isn't all the way.
I'm not gonna just hit the block button like I would and shit.
Yeah.
Just
you're not. So it's just sad just seeing like these kids be bullying. Like the lesson that I'm teaching my kids, that I'm teaching mine are, it's all different types of people. Like it may be people who look different from you, but that doesn't mean that they're less than, I'm teaching my children to be accepting of differences among people. Like we all don't look the same. We're all different. All of us have different quirks about us. Nobody is perfect. None of us are perfect. No one. And we all have our different quirks, and that's what makes us unique. So be kind. Like, I don't want my kids to be the bully. I don't want to ever get that call that my child is a bully. I don't ever want to get that call. I don't.
That gotta be like fucked up shit.
I don't.
If you just realize that, and the reason why my kid never talks about the class bully, because they are
the class bully.
That gotta be a fucked up call again.
And the other thing is, like, if you see something, you stand up for it. Like, if you see something that's like, don't join in. Like, just because like if everybody else thinks is doing something wrong, it don't make it right. Don't jump in and do it just because everybody else is doing it. No, we ain't doing that. So it starts, I believe, like with the parents. Like parents, we need to be more involved. We need to talk to our kids. We need to, look and know what's going on in social media. Like you can see if they doing something that they had no business doing. Stop trying to just be like your kid's friend. That's another thing. Don't be like, you're not their friend. You're their parent. You could be understanding and stuff, but you're not their friend at the end of the day. You're their parent. So stop doing that too. So that's my take on it. But unfortunately, like I said, the episode, it seemed like it was a good episode, but the way that they just started, I was like, it just kind of, it put me off. Like it kind of, I may go back and watch it, but
y'all.
I just have to fast forward the beginning. I have to just fast forward that part because I I don't want to like.
Y'all gonna watch.
Like I just, yeah.
Y'all watching it.
But then Miss Vivica went in. Vivica talked about that she had no accountability, and I know some people were mad about Vivica saying that she needed to mind her business. But Vivica knows the Smiths very well because she did a movie both with Will and Jada, so she knows them both very well. Because she did Independence Day with Will and set it off with Jada.
Those both came out around the same time.
She was on an episode the first one where she was a bossy woman with Will, the bossy girlfriend. The one that Carlton ended up with, and he was like, "You act right," and Carlton taught her how to have manners.
He went after a recently dead Kevin Samuels too. So because she got mixed bags on shit like that.
Yeah, and my thing that I always say, just because like everybody is complex, no one person, you're not going to agree with nobody 100% of the time. You're just not, because people are mixed bags, like I said. Like going after the Kevin Samuels, I was kind of like, why are we doing this? Hit dogs holler, I guess.
Yeah. The only time she was married was to a suspected homosexual. It was like, come on.
Stop.
That's all I'm saying. It's like
stop. But she did, like, I did agree with that when she said the thing about Jada not showing accountability, because she kind of did.
First she laughed when it happened and shit, and now
she did laugh. And that's the thing that people. That's the thing that people keep on glossing over is that. I mean, her being offended by the joke, because like if you are sensitive about something that's hurtful to you, like, I mean, women, especially Black women, like we are big about our hair. We are. But it's like her getting upset about the joke being like, okay, here we go again. Like, like find something else to talk about beside my bald head. Like if it was like that, if you were a little bit annoyed by it, okay, I get that, being annoyed by it. But when he went up and then he slapped that, and then she was laughing. So that's like the issue, is that she laughed after her husband slapped him. So like her being annoyed by the joke, okay, yeah, she can be. I mean, somebody makes fun of something that you have no control of. Okay, so that is annoying.
Watch the Red Table Talk. Fill me in, because I'm not.
You said you're not watching it.
But what I have been paying attention to is DL Hughley, who I recently called DA Hughley, and Monique. This is a comedian sort of shit is hilarious to me. Like all of this, like, hey, let's break it down. Like Monique is she claimed that
Hughley is 59, Monique is 55. These are some grown ass fucking people. What are we doing? Monique, go ahead.
That DL bumped her from the headline spot.
The headline, that's what the claim is.
And then she took it to the stage, which is what comedians do. And what's his name? George Clinton and shit. Take it to the stage.
Take it to the stage.
Right. Tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Take it to the stage. So that's
House Party people know what that is.
Yeah. Comedians take it to the stage and shit. Yeah, and that's what she did. And now it's become a whole thing that he clapped back on his radio show. Her and Daddy went on their Instagram live and clapped back at him. It's like they both been producing contracts. I don't know whose contract is real. It's like, see, I'm the headliner. Like, no, here's my contract. I'm the headliner.
Somebody said that Monique's contract like it was done on Windows 95. They said like it was done on Windows 95. Mm-hmm. It did like an old font. It did like old font. I'm like, yeah, it did look a little old, that font.
Steve Harvey jumped in, which is he said he seems to do every time. Steve Harvey has become DL Hughley's savior. All of a sudden, he jumped in when DL and Kanye were going at it. Then he jumped in on this shit too. I'm agree with Steve Harvey.
Steve is like the uncle who thinks that he can solve everyone's problems. He's that. He's like, you know how they have like memes about what each person is like Lynn Whitfield is the bougie aunt. She's the bougie aunt. Like whenever they have like a meme of a bougie aunt, it's Lynn Whitfield. That's your bougie aunt. Steve is your uncle that I know the game and this is that. Like, he's that one who wants to give you knowledge that you necessarily didn't ask for, but he wants to drop them gems and drop them wisdom to you to help guide you along. That seems like that's what his role is. He's that uncle basically now. And I mean, I get like, because DL that's his King of Comedy Brethren. It is like they have a
yeah,
close.
from the Def Comedy Jam days. They
They
go,
have a close
they go back
bond,
even before the Kings of Comedy. Yeah,
right?
they both did Def Jam
They
back
did their death.
in the
And
90s.
then the fact that they did that tour together, the Kings of Comedy was huge. That was huge.
Fucking Spike Lee made a movie out of it. That's all.
Like the movie was awesome. Like I went to the show to see that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Because I was too poor to afford tickets to go to the fucking tour. I could afford a movie ticket. I couldn't afford to go to the comedy show.
You
Yeah,
can afford that $550 for the show. Really.
man, this is
Matinee.
this is before I started, getting money and like for real and shit. Like,
You can afford the matinee for $550 because the matinee was like
'90s, but
$550.
yeah, I definitely was not. I wasn't making much, so I could afford, to get a couple of movie tickets, but
Right.
comedy tickets, nah, I couldn't afford
Nah,
those. So I said, I catch the movie. I couldn't
that's
afford
the movie.
couldn't afford
But
the comedy, the Kings and Rio, so
I-
I can see the
I
movie.
get why he jumped in, I guess, because that's his brethren. But like the whole thing, okay, like people are saying where Monique went wrong, they're saying that
She took
she
it.
took it to the stage because they're like, the people paid money to see you and not to hear that drama aired out. Like, I mean, all of us are kind of, well, we're kind of returning back to some normalcy.
Mhm.
Not really, but after, like, nothing's ever going to be like 2019.
Mhm.
2020 just changed everything. We're never going to be like
It'll
2019.
never
We
go
just never.
back. Like
It's just
it's
not.
pretty good now, but it'll never be like it was in 2019.
It's just not.
Things are
So,
pretty good now, but it'll never
so
be.
if you've been under lock and key for 2 years and now you're out, now we outside, we can go outside again. And now you want to go outside, I want to laugh, I want to hear something funny because
Hughley and Monique, two of my favorite comics. Yeah,
everything has been so fucked up lately. So this will take my mind off of like all the craziness that's going on in the world. And then that gets brought to the stage. You're like,
the Kings of Comedy and the Queens.
the Queen of Comedy. Yeah, there you go.
So like when you bought a ticket to see both of them, and then you get this mess.
And you get that, and you're like, huh?
This ain't what I paid for.
Right. So I mean, I think that was the moment that it should not have been done. I said that's where I feel like she made a mistake. Honestly, as women, sometimes we do get the shit end of the stick with stuff. Like we do get screwed with business sometimes. We do. And unfortunately,
here's what I think.
As a black woman, sometimes it's like we get the negative trope of if we speak up for ourselves, we're angry, we're bitter, we get that negative trope with
I think
that.
it's a lot. I think people are overthinking this as well too. I think the promoter just lied to Monique.
I'm about to say that. I think the promoter double dipped. He double dipped.
She probably honestly did think she was a headliner. I think the promoter just lied and told her she was headlining, and then she really wasn't. That's what I think it was.
I think that the promoter did double dip. I think if anybody needs to be mad, both of them need to be looking at this promoter like, dude. Mm-hmm. That's where it needs to be. But unfortunately, they create enough of a storm to be like, nah, you're it. And then like, especially, and I'm not being funny, but Monique's husband,
Daddy,
he seems to thrive on drama. It just like, that's just what I get. I don't know the man personally. I've never met him. I'm never going to meet him. But
Kevin Hunter part 2.
Like, hey,
how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? But yeah, he seems to thrive on drama, and I get it. Like as a husband, if you are married to a woman who is the star in the relationship, because some men are married to the star. Well, which will call never married. Like Sarah never married Oprah, but they might as well be married. You know what I mean? Like
35 years.
Together as long as I've been alive, almost. So yeah, but some people are, sometimes your lady is going to be the star. That doesn't make you less of a man. Mm-hmm. But it's like if you are with the lady who is the star and the breadwinner and all that, of course you're going to be like, you the baddest, baby. You deserve, of course, it's your job as a husband to build up their confidence. But you have to know what lines, how to maneuver. I feel like he goes a little too far. And I feel like a lot of stuff be him in the ear. I feel that's just my personal opinion. I feel like it's him in her ear doing that type of stuff, being like, yeah, well, you shouldn't. And then like stuff that might have been like a minor issue, you take it and you just, now it's
And
Now
DL
it's a full
has
on
a
feud.
tendency
Now
to
it's a
like
feud.
pour gasoline on shit too. Like he doesn't just he don't
Yeah,
just
DL, he's
he don't just let shit roll off. Like he tends to like pour gasoline on
yeah,
fire.
DL's not a he's not gonna I'm not gonna walk away from a fight. I'm gonna finish this damn fight. Like he's not like he's that. Like he's he has to go in, you know.
He gonna get his shit in basically. Like he's gonna
Yeah, so it's like sometimes you do have to just be a bigger person. Like it's no like you get over a certain age, like you guys are in your 50s, you guys are very grown people. I feel this is very childish, like what they're doing right now for both of them. Y'all are 50 plus. Y'all should not be doing this at 50 plus. Y'all need to come together, and that could have been a great show. Like you and him together, that could have been a great show. But unfortunately now it got tainted, and now it's a feud online. DL, he has a radio show, so he can keep on coming back to it. He has a radio, and then Monique, I think she has a podcast, so she can keep on coming back. So it's like
they both know how to talk, so like this
yeah,
shit
so
never really like theoretically could go on forever.
yeah, you guys are just going to keep on talking and talking, and then depending on, and then obviously with you guys both being OGs in the game, OG in the comedy game, it's like people are going to start taking sides, like who's team Monique, who's team DL, and then it's going to become that. So just squash it.
Don't ask me, because I'm kind of over both of them.
Squash it. Just squash the beef.
I wouldn't buy a ticket to either, but
just squash the beef. Just squash it. That's where I'm at right now with it.
I'll
promoter, you on some bullshit. I think the promoter, yeah.
That's all
Like
that.
you double dipped on both of them. You double dipped. So
I watch old Comic View clips and Def Jam on Peacock to watch classic DL stuff. And then Monique, I just look at the Parkers. Shout out Tone and Jack.
with the Parkers.
I watch one of their current shit, basically, is what I'm saying. I watch some old.
I don't want to watch Daddy, her and Daddy.
Where are we going next? What you got? I know I've been. You got something, because I've been taking over this fucking podcast.
Well,
I have a ton of shit. Well, you can't.
Since we went Steve Harvey, we can go Steve Harvey adjacent.
Lori Harvey and Michael.
The news broke.
Possibly Splitsville, let's say, yeah.
Split.
Possibly Splitsville.
Here are the receipts
where they're confirmed, but it's possible that they split.
Yeah, because it's a reliable source. You know how like TMZ or whatever people, whatever outlet, media outlets report, a reliable source. Like there's never the source is a name. A reliable source has said that they're broken up. But the receipt that comes here is they said that Lori Harvey has scrubbed all of his existence from her Instagram. That's like a big thing.
Check somebody's social media. That's a sign.
That's a big thing. If you look at the social media, like, you know, we had pictures of us, like, here's us on New Year's, here's us on Valentine's Day, here's us on St. Patrick's Day, here's us here, here's us
in Cancun, and it's like, yeah, it's like whatever. Yeah.
Here's us at Coachella, here's us here, here's us there, and then all these pictures, they're just gone. Mm-hmm. They're gone. So that's a red flag right there, because you just don't delete people from your social media unless it's something really going on there. But they dated for like a year and a half. And what the sources claim is they said that Michael wanted to take it to the next level, but Lori just wasn't ready for that yet.
Like what the people, well, of course, cats are jumping in now saying Lori is for the streets and shit.
Yeah, and I think that's unfair to say, because it's like, what, like, did you date at 25? That's what question I ask people. Like, what? She's only 25. She's a young girl, and she's very pretty. So Michael is 10 years older than her. He's 35. So
ready to settle down. Yeah.
He's at the age where he probably does want to get married and have some children, but she's only 25. And sometimes age differences can cause that type of conflict with people. It can, because if one person is like, I'm at this walk of life now and I want to bring you here, and you're like, hey, I love you, but I'm still trying to be me. So I mean, that's like, everybody doesn't have the like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, because like he's about 12 years older than her, I want to say, but they married and now they got 3-4 kids. They got a lot of kids now. So it's like, yeah, everybody doesn't move like that. Everybody isn't ready to just jump and make that commitment. And that's what they're saying, is that she wasn't ready. Like Michael wanted to propose and then she just wasn't ready. That's what the source is claiming is going on. But they said that they both are heartbroken. That's what the source is saying, that they're heartbroken, that they still really love each other. But I mean, maybe the distance apart will make the heart grow fonder, and maybe they will find their way back to each other. Because sometimes that happens.
It definitely happens. Yeah.
Couples sometimes break up. You may have to break up for like 6 months, even a year, and then you find your way back to each other.
How long were Bennifer broken up?
I want to say Jennifer Lopez and were broken up for 20 years, damn near.
You came out in the early 2000s, you're right. It was
like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2004 when they were supposed to get married.
A long time ago.
They found their way back to each other. So it's like things happen. So possible. I mean, but they're saying that she's for the streets. It's like I don't think that that's fair.
That's
saying that she's for the streets. That's not. I saw that a lot.
People don't like Lori Harvey.
They don't like her because she's young, she's pretty. She comes from wealth because her daddy is Steve Harvey, so she comes from wealth.
She got her own money, so she don't need no money from like people don't like Lori Harvey. So
she has access to like a life that a lot of people dream of and want, but would never have access to. That's what it is, because she came from money, Steve, and then she was able to make her own money, and then because she's in a certain circle, then she meets certain guys. Like she gets to meet guys the upper echelon of men. She gets to meet those. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so that's why people don't like her. But saying a girl is for the streets, it's like she's only 25. Like she's very like, I mean, were you married at 25? Like some of the people like saying that. Like I mean, like everybody has like the, well, I'm dipping back with Gary Union. Like, you had a whole phase. Everybody had a whole phase. So it's like, as Gary Union said, your whole phase.
I'm not even gonna go there with that.
Okay. That made me laugh though.
When we start talking about Gary Union and Dwayne Wade, the conversation comes off the rails.
She said that. But no, seriously, like not everyone. I won't say everybody did, but a lot of girls did have. Because, like I said, I've talked to girls. They're like, yeah, like that's what
college years or like that shit.
Somebody I know. Somebody I know, the way she said, because she said, yeah, that's what back when I was a hoe. And she said just like that. I just started dying laughing. Because I'm like, for you to be that candid, but I mean, she recognized it. She said, yeah, I was a hoe back then. She said,
even at 100.
It made me just die laughing because she just said just so candidly. And that was like the funniest shit to me when she said that out loud.
Let's stay on something fun. I want to talk BET Awards. The nominees out. I got them. BET nominees. Sure. First award show. I'll get the exact date because it always goes down.
Is it my birthday, maybe?
June 26th. You're right.
Yes, because it's usually on the Sunday. It's usually on a Sunday, and it's at the end of June. So my birthday is on that Sunday. I'm gonna make it there 1 year. I keep on saying that 1 year I'm gonna make it to the BET.
Yeah, I went to the best year too. Michael Jackson was there. You ain't topping that. I went. Michael fucking Jackson was there the year I went. So yeah.
James Brown. So
it's like, how do you
legends? These legends on top of legends.
Yeah. When they counted down the greatest moments in BET Awards history, I knew that was gonna be. I said, like, who's competing for number 2? I already knew what number 1 was gonna be. Was
Monique doing the was that number 2? Because that was a great moment.
Made the list, of course.
She killed that. Monique did kill that.
Another one. Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James.
Bitch. Oh yeah, Rick James. Bitch.
That's a good. Which is Rick James' last words and famous last words. Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch. Like famous last words for real.
Was that the BET Awards when Chris Brown and Sierra did the "Let Me Take It Down"? Was that the BET Awards or was that another?
Did a Michael Jackson tribute. Was that the same show or not? I don't know.
No, that was a different one.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't know if
that was the BET Award. I don't know if that made the list though. The one you talked
when they did that, because that was a great dance. Because that's when I said, I was like, at that moment, I said Sierra and Chris should do a visual album because both of them can dance their asses off. I said they should do a visual album.
Surprised they didn't.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Because when they were dancing, they were like, "Let's take it." They really were. They were getting it. I was like, okay, like I like this. I was like, all right.
Guess who's leading the nominees this year with 6 huge nominations? About who's hot right now?
Meg Thee Stallion.
No, Meg. She kind of took a little step.
Moved up a little bit.
You're in the right you're in the right lane though. Yeah.
Female
hip hop artist. You're in the right lane, kid.
Oh, Doja Cat.
Doja Cat is leading this.
Yeah, I just thought about like Doja.
Yeah.
Because like Ari likes her. Get to you. Like Ari likes all her little songs. She does. Radio edits for y'all come at me. You let your radio. We listen to radio edits. The song radio edits only, not the real version.
6. Second place, tied for second, is Drake, along with Ari.
Drake.
They each got 4 nominations. So there we go. Album of the year. This is a stat category. And even with Silk Sonic, the back of my mind from her. Call Me If You Get Lost from Tyler the Creator. CLB from Drake. Donda from Kanye. Hotels from Jasmine Sullivan, and Planet Her from Doja Cat. So that's a stat category right there. So,
and even with Silk Sonic, I'm biased. I love that. That Silk Sonic album was. I still book that album. That album is.
I'm biased. I'm going with Donda. Goddamn.
I didn't even go with Donda.
Guess who's going to jail tonight? And we went to the listening party. I gotta go with Donda.
And I want to go see an evening with Silk Sonic, but yeah, I can't go to Vegas right now. So I looked at the ticket prices for like the whole experience. I was like, yeah, I can't do that right now. But I mean.
If you you can get them to leave the door open for you. Then
I'm gonna leave the door open. But that album was just so. It just feels like when you listen to it, it just feels like you're listening to like some Earth, Wind, and Fire, some Ozzy. But it feels like
I like the Silk Sonic.
Feels like that. Yeah, it feels like that old school. Like it's just.
And realistically, that's probably the album I would pick. I was just being biased by saying Donda.
It feels like it should be on a 12-inch vinyl. You just want to put the record on the player in your parents' house and just play. That's what that album feels like. It feels like an old school album. It does. So really good album.
Probably them or Doja Cat probably takes that because it's her year. But that was probably the better album. Was the Silk Sonic is probably the better.
Yeah,
album.
Silk Sonic was a great album.
Probably takes that album of the year.
That's a great album.
That categories, best female hip hop artist. We did come a long way. Remember back in the day, like 10 years ago, it'd be Nicki Minaj. Nobody's. Or they'd have people like Missy Elliott nominated. Say Missy ain't had an album in 5 years. Why is she nominated?
And then they had who's that one kid's sister? I'm like, who is this? I'm like, who is this person? Like, who is that?
Representing Chicago, but still, like, come on, like, why is she nominated? Yeah, come on. I
didn't know who she was. Sorry.
Yeah, Missy S had they play music make you lose control. Like that was from 5 years ago. Why are you playing that? Like, what best? Because they did that one year. They played that. I was like, how old is that shit? Why is Missy Elliott nominated? Like, y'all really reaching for this. They really should have canceled the category and shit back then. Like, yeah. Now, like, now we got some. Now we working with something. Of course, like Nicki Minaj is nominated. You also got Doja Cat, who we mentioned earlier. You got Cardi. You got Meg, you got Speedy, and you got Lotto.
Oh yeah, bad chick. I could be your fancy. I could get big energy. I like that song. I kind of like that song, yeah, because I think about Mariah, and I go into when it hits the rain, I go, oh, when you walk by every night, talking sweet and looking fine. I hit that in the car.
I'll play that, and I'll play the original. I'll play all 3 versions. Yeah, the original version I'll play too. Yeah, because it's like
Oh yeah.
Play all versions. Of course, if I play the Mariah, I gotta go to Yo New York City now. I gotta play the old dirty version. Baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on.
When I just found myself singing that, Ariana was looking at me like, I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm like, that's old ass millennial right there. I'm being an old millennial right now. Never mind. Sweetie does that too, all that like the tap, tap, tap in, like all her songs, you know. That's my type. Freak League. You know, like I found myself singing the.
But yeah, that's a stack category.
Yeah, it is. Probably Doja probably won't take it because it's her year.
It seems like it's her year to me.
I guess her year.
Seems like her year to me, but anything's possible and shit. Yeah. If Nicki Minaj won this year, that would be hilarious. After all that. Nicki got a hit out right now. Yeah. You got a problem. Like she do got a current hit out. Nicki got a nice little hit out right now. Checking the other categories.
Already be singing in the car.
Well, those were the two most interesting categories: album of the year and best female hip hop artist. The best male hip hop artist is Shake. It got some names, but it's not as exciting as the best female. You got Drake, Future, J. Cole, Jack Harlow, Kanye, Kendrick, and Lil Baby. Kendrick's album was hot. I could see them giving that to Jack Harlow, which will cause the streets to go crazy and shit. How the white boy win the BET award. I can see Jack Harlow really winning that shit. Yeah, it's like. Kendrick should win because he had the best album on all of them. But
and the whole Jack Harlow thing where they were mad because he didn't know Brandy. Why
Brandy,
were you asking
he didn't know Brandy and Ray J were siblings, so he didn't know that they were brother and sister.
He didn't know they were siblings. He didn't know Brandy's voice. First, he didn't know her voice because let's do for context. The song they played was "Angel in Disguise." Angel in Disguise came out in 1998. That was on the Never Say Never album. That came out in 1998.
That's not even a big hit from Brandy. That wasn't even a hit from Brandy.
Let me tell you about Angel in Disguise. I know that song so well because I did interpretive dance at my senior fashion show for that song. Remember, you mixed the music.
Who DJ'd that? I was going to say who DJ'd that.
You mixed the music for me because my friend, shout out Carissa, she did the tap dance part to Cool Like That because she did a tap. So we did jazz dance versus tap. That's what we did. That was our dance combination we did. Some handsome DJ did your mix for you. For our senior fashion show. And that was 1999. I'm transparent about my age. So the fact that this boy was he like 24 or something, Jack Harlow? This song was out in 1999, 98, 99. So, and I don't know if his parents were bumping Brandy. Maybe his parents weren't Brandy fans. His parents may not have been Brandy fans.
It wasn't even a big hit.
So maybe that's why he doesn't know like the music from back then. So people were trying to say like, okay, well, if he's trying to know the culture and stuff, he should know the music and this and this and that. It's like, but your first teachers are your parents. Like Ariana knows Michael Jackson. Like when a Michael Jackson song comes on, she knows Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died before she was even born. But I listen to Michael Jackson, so she knows Michael Jackson. I
saw Michael Jackson in person.
If I call my daughter now, I say, Ariana, I want to rock with you. She'll say all night. She'll respond to me. She'll sing it back to me. She knows Michael Jackson. She knows Prince. She was one when Prince died, but she knows their music because I listen to it. But the whole Jack Harlow thing, it would be funny. I'm here for the comments if he wins.
I don't want Jack Harlow to win.
I want to win. Yay!
Just for my amusement, because shit like that.
I'm here for
like
the comments.
That entertains me and shit. Motherfuckers getting mad over nothing and shit entertains me.
Like, why are we mad about him?
Gives a shit.
Like first of all, I didn't even know who Jack Harlow was because I just started listening to the Heat. I just started listening to current music recently because of my kids. So like when I was like, oh, I was like Jack Harlow. I was like, oh, the one who sampled Fergie, First Class. He sampled Fergie, Glamorous Life. Okay, I said him. All right. So that's the reason why I know who he is. I'm like, he sampled Fergie.
Okay, so that's your Jack Harlow knowledge is glamour.
That's my Jack Harlow knowledge. Like I said, I'm an old ass millennial. I have to make my distinctions like that. Like, okay, the one who sampled the so and so song.
Up on what's popping then.
Gotcha. That's the one. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But it would be funny to see that if he.
Speaking of that, we talked about male artists, male hip hop artists. Guess who wasn't nominated? Who had a fit? Lil Nas X got 0 BET Award nominations.
Did whatchamacallit get nominated? What's his name? Did Kodak Black get nominated? Because that Super Gremlin song is big.
Big. Let's see if Kodak made. Let me go back to my list. I was about to read Lil Nas X's statement. Yeah, he definitely had something to say about not getting nominated. Let's see if Kodak was nominated for anything. Now Kodak didn't get Best Male Artist. Let's see if he got if Super Gremlin got any nominations.
Super Gremlin is a big song. That's a big song.
The biggest song of the year to me right now. Like as far as hip hop goes, like nothing so far. It's still only June, but like the first half of the year, Super Gremlin was the biggest song to me for the first half of the year.
Yeah, so I wonder. Like that's what I was wondering.
Nominations, like hating on Super Gremlin. God damn it! Yeah,
I don't. Lil Nas X.
Let's go back to Lil Nas X's statement. I had it pulled up. Let me read it.
What's his name? Montero, ain't that what they call him too? Montero or whatever.
Yeah, I think he's trying to like change it because like to get away from the little Nas X thing. He's rebranding. It's like
He's still
like Two
he's
Chains,
still
like when 2 Chainz changed his name from Titty Boys like that.
City Boy.
Now people don't even remember the name Titty Boy. He's just been 2 Chainz for most people all the time.
2 Chainz. But
And, he said an outstanding thank you BET Awards, an outstanding 0 nominations again. He said, I try to be humble so bad, but really, fuck you and a lot of you ninjas. That's what he said.
So I guess you're not gonna get invited to the BET Awards again. When you throw a tantrum. Okay, that's a great way to get what you want.
He's feeling some type of way because it's Pride Month and he didn't get nominated. That's what I think. He felt he should have went to the front of the line and shit, like because it's Pride Month. I don't know.
Doing too much.
Am I doing too much? I don't know.
He's doing too much. It's an award show. Like at the end of the day,
not gonna get nominated every year. That's my thing.
At the end of the day, only so many people can get nominated. At the end of the day, only one person can win. Only one person can win. So
it was Lil Nas hot. It was Lil Nas X even hot this year. I don't know. Like
I don't know.
I think he got shit out right now.
Only song I know still is the Old Town Road. So I know by him still.
4 years ago.
Right. Because Ariana liked it. I like the horses sit in the back because she'd be singing. She liked that song. So a reason why I know that song.
All right. Enough of the tomfoolery and shit. You want to talk about it's been like more shootings? You want to talk about these?
Yes.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. That's the last one I saw. Philadelphia. I'm like,
earlier today as we record this one.
I was like, what the hell is going on?
A lot of it is copycat. That's why, like once again, the Simpsons predict the future. The just don't look. You remember that they did a Halloween episode about the giant advertisement.
Monsters 1, 2, 3. It's that's trouble free. It's not always
by you over like I get like these are news stories you got to cover them, but by giving them so much attention, a lot of these shooters are copycats. I think they seeing all that. Hey, I'm gonna get in on this. Like the recent one started with Buffalo, and then came the church shooting, then came Uvalde. Is like now like it's been these other ones. It's like all these goddamn shootings. Like it's ridiculous at this point. It's like
you're a damn idiot. If like here's my soapbox. You're a damn idiot if you think that that's like a way to like get your name out. Like you're fucking stupid. Like who goes and who shoots up? Who doesn't mass shooting and shoot innocent people in regular ass settings like a church, a grocery store? Where the other shootings happen at? Like obviously Uvalde was a school.
Mm-hmm.
Like where were where was the Tulsa one?
The entertainment center, so it was like going on, like people just out enjoying their Saturday night. It looks like it.
Yeah, entertainment center. That's like a Gizmos or something like that. Like here in Chicagoland area, like regular ass outing. Like who does that? Who goes in? I mean, it's going to get to a point where like armed security just needs to be everywhere now. I think armed security as soon as you see somebody, if you see somebody just blow their head clean off. I'm sick of it. I hate to say it like that. As soon as you see somebody about to grab and try, just blow them off. Just because we sick of it. Like deliver a message. Like we ain't going to do this no more. We ain't doing this.
I'm definitely carrying. I don't care.
It's stupid. It is like it's dumb. It really is. It's very disheartening because, like I said, after being under lock and key for 2 years, we're finally able to start going outside to start living our lives somewhat normal again. We want to go out. We want to
back inside and shit with this.
We want to go out and be out with our family and our friends and enjoy life because we haven't been able to enjoy life. Nothing has been normal about our life in the last 2 years. Nothing's been normal about none of this. So we just want to go and just have a good time. But then some idiot has to go and be, for whatever reason. I mean, like people keep on trying to, I'm not saying mental illness isn't a factor, but it's people out there who actually have real mental illnesses. And it's like people out there who are using that as an excuse. You see what I mean? They're using it as an excuse. So it's like a disservice to people who actually are dealing with mental illness, who actually do have those struggles and everything. So it's to lump them with those people, it's not fair. It's just not. So I'm just sick of it. Like all these shit. Like, I mean, armed guards, armed security just needs to be everywhere, I think now, because people are acting dumb. They acting stupid. It's getting ridiculous. And then like the whole politicians, because it's an election year. So then politicians are dipping
politicizing this bullshit too now.
Like people are like Joe
Biden did a speech about during the NBA finals of the day. He just did a fucking speech about gun violence and shit. It's just getting out of it's politicizing the whole thing now.
Because it is an election year. Because I mean, I saw that they talked about it on because like the election for the Illinois governor is this year, and like I saw little snippets of after the game or whether they showed like a little snippet of the Republican one.
Yeah. Debate last week. The Republicans.
They had their debate, because it came on after the finals, I want to say, or rather, they showed like a snippet of it or something. I saw because I had my TV still on after the finals, and and then they was like giving their
coming up. So they had a debate last week, and of course that was on the docket. Yeah, of course that was on the.
They were giving their points on it, but let's get a real solution. Yeah. How about that? Like, let's stop talking about what we need to do and let's actually drop a real plan, a real solution, and let's execute it.
Okay. And speaking of plots thickening, you heard about this shooting. Allegedly an unarmed pregnant woman was shot by the Kansas City, Missouri police. Did you hear about this?
I did not hear about that.
You hear about the original story, and then as the plots come thickening. I'm surprised, because usually with these type of shootings, they front page news. But originally, because like they had some woman say, like the typical. I seen the whole thing. Yeah, she was like, is here's the story. Like the woman and her, I don't know if it's a boy and a man, I don't know, some guy that she was with. Yeah,
okay, the woman and a male. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they carjacked. It was a carjacking. The police were like after them, trying to because they carjacked somebody.
For reference points, what's the race of these people? Let me just.
Black people. Yeah, these are two.
Okay, I just want you for reference point. Okay, that I wasn't trying. I'm not trying to racially. Just for reference point. Okay. Yeah.
The woman, the way it was described by the woman on the news, she said, it was unarmed, pregnant. They shot her just because she had her hands up, and they shot her. That's where the original story came out. But then some body cam footage was released, or like I have a screenshot of like part of that. Let me get this out of here. And let me pull this image
up. And that's the other thing too, for police, cover your ass. Have your camera recording at all times. Record your shit at all times. You need to cover your ass too. Cover your ass too.
The woman who did have a gun, looks like she's pointing it at whoever is at the police. She's pointing it at. And then they saying she might have not even really been pregnant. I can't tell from this picture. But they saying that everything about this story was bullshit is what I've been hearing. So, but she definitely had a gun. She
definitely had a gun. It's her finger on the trigger.
That's a gun, yeah.
I can't tell if her finger's on the trigger.
Yeah, that I can't. Yeah, but she definitely had a gun. So she didn't die.
Obviously,
she's still.
And then obviously pregnancy is something, because it's been women who were like 8 months pregnant and you couldn't tell they were pregnant. So it's like pregnancy is a thing that's kind of, I don't want to say it's subjective, but
That's why I like when I hear stories like this, I like getting the whole story. I don't just go out and tear the streets up, or a lot of people do. I was like, let's I want to hear more about this story.
Let's be real. A lot of people just want to get free shit. I'm just sorry. sorry, not sorry. A lot of people, hey, it's Father's Day coming up. I need some Jordans for my husband. That's what it is a lot of times. I hate to say it like that, but it's like you're not outraged. You're not doing social injustice.
I was out there, 2 years ago at this time.
Right, you were out there around this time.
A week ago, it was a week ago, 2 years ago, a week ago at this time. I was on Commercial Avenue just when the George Floyd stuff kicked off. It's like,
people broke into Chase Bank.
And they didn't seem angry to me. They were laughing it up and shit. Like, y'all don't seem like y'all out here angry and shit. Y'all it's like a shopping spree. That's what it felt like to me.
Destroyed the store I used to work at, Jewel, destroyed that store. I was hoping that I I hope that they come back. And they did come back. So I was glad they were able to come back.
They started that next day. Because I went out there the next day and checked out. Then I saw people the next day putting the pieces back together. So I said,
Yeah.
yeah, be back. Yeah. The next day they were like, yep, we going. People were like cleaning up. I saw the community came together and shit.
Yeah, the community went out there. Yeah.
The very next day, like saying, okay, we're gonna put the pieces back together.
Mm-hmm. But don't like her before you just react to a situation. Get all of it. Because like we always say, it's the three sides. It's their side, this side, and then the truth is usually somewhere in the middle.
Speaking of clown shit, I know we missed it. It's a couple of weeks late, but
Oh.
the right time of year. It's almost Juneteenth. There's been a couple of.
Oh.
Start with Walmart.
Oh, we can.
Let's start with Walmart. You can tell
can
that
go,
one. I know you know.
Let's start with Walmart.
Yeah, let's start there. Like, no, what'd you hear about this Juneteenth ice cream and shit? What'd you hear about it?
Juneteenth with the TM with the trademark next to it. First of all, who trademarks Juneteenth? First of all, who does? Because it said TM.
I can see this. I can see this holiday is about to be problematic already. It's like it's not even a year old. Like as nationally a year. Yeah, it's been around forever. Like
okay, the president. Okay,
as a national holiday, it hasn't even been around a year yet.
President Biden making it a national holiday. This should have been it should have been a national holiday years ago. Probably around the same time MLK became a national holiday. It should have been made a national holiday probably around that time. But we're not here to debate or whatever. So him making it a national holiday, no problems there. But what is this? Like, I saw pictures of Dollar Tree, celebrate your Juneteenth. Like they have fucking like plates at Dollar Tree, 1865. They have plates at Dollar Tree. They have like a Juneteenth banner at Dollar Tree. You can go and buy.
Yeah, but Walmart ended up pulling that ice cream because
they did because
people said "fuck out of here" with that bullshit.
and they was like, if they want, they was like the better thing. This was a teaching moment for Walmart. They was like, and here's the thing that may be something that they need to work on too. Walmart, how many people do you have in your upper management? I'm not talking about the store level. I'm talking about upper, like I'm talking about those high positions.
Board of directors or something.
Those board. I'm talking about them high ass positions. How many people do you set up there who look like us? That's the first question. How many people look like us up in them high positions? Okay, because I can guarantee you, if somebody who like us saw that, we would say, fuck no, we ain't doing this. We would have vetoed that. Somebody who like us would have vetoed that. We would not have been like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We would not have done that. We would have said like, what is like, no, this ain't it, bruh. This ain't it. Especially when they was like, it's a lady who has a brand called Creamalicious. It's a Black-owned ice cream. Black-owned, a woman. I forgot the woman's name, but it's a Black-owned brand. And they sell in Target and in Walmart in select ones. I'm not sure if it's ones out. I'm not sure if it's just a regional, because some stuff is just a regional thing. But she does have her product in Targets and in Walmart. She does have them there. And she has like stuff called like Slap Your Mama, banana pudding. Like she has like different, like the cool flavors like that. She has like a red, I think I'm gonna buy like her. If it is up here in Chicago, I think I'm gonna buy like all the ice cream, I think. Because she had red velvet, she had banana pudding, she had peach cobbler, like she had like, all the your digs, like all the stuff we like eating, like at Grams, like she had the your digs basically. So they was like, why didn't you use that moment to spotlight a Black-owned business like that and to put them to the forefront of a Juneteenth thing? You could use that moment to do that, because there is a lot of Black-owned small businesses that you could have done and pushed them to the forefront to show support for them. Why didn't you just do that?
But guess what? The Children's Museum of Indianapolis did.
I was just about to go there.
It said, I see you at Juneteenth ice cream.
I see you Juneteenth ice cream.
I'll raise you a watermelon salad.
Watermelon salad. What the hell is a watermelon salad?
Never even heard.
What the hell is that? I've never heard of watermelon salad. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Larry. It's funny and funny all at the same time.
And in Indianapolis, think about Indiana. What was founded in Indiana in the early 1900s?
I see where you.
The KKK was founded in Indiana.
But
it was.
This is what they offer in Indianapolis.
Juneteenth watermelon salad.
They got that had to be on purpose. That can't just be like in a coincidence. Somebody probably thought it was funny and shit. That's what it did. It can't had to be on purpose.
And when I saw that, I was like, and then
nobody is that clueless. That definitely
the fact that it's in Indiana too, where the Klan was founded. It's like
the quote.
Like
Quote Carlos Boozer from back in the day. That was intentional like a motherfucker, right? That wasn't a coincidence. That was intentional like a motherfucker.
What is you doing, baby? Like that? What is you doing?
That shit, like just to be funny and shit. That's all that was.
Come on, we know what it is. We know what it is. Like, and then whatchamacallit last year? Who did that? IKEA. I think they had like a Juneteenth thing. They had like macaroni and cheese and fried chicken.
Like yeah, some
fried chicken. Fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. Really?
Just don't have a Juneteenth.
Don't do a Juneteenth. And my thing is talk to somebody who actually has celebrated. I mean, I've never celebrated Juneteenth, so I'm not the best person to talk to about
celebrate Juneteenth.
What to do. Talk to somebody because like apparently they've been celebrating this in Texas forever. So go to Texas and talk to some Black people who've been celebrating this for generations and figure out what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. Why don't we have a Zoom meeting of that? Let's have some Black people from Texas who have been doing this for generations, and let's just do an open forum where they can educate the people, because clearly, you know, watermelon salad and Juneteenth ice cream and fried chicken Juneteenth, and it's just really, it just comes off really, really just racist. Like, it's no way to say it. Like, what are we going? Are we going to do minstrel shows next? Are we going to do blackface and what are we going to do?
Tom and Jerry episodes.
We going to have the original Amos and Andy. Hello there. You know, are we going to do like? What are we going to do? Like, what is we doing? Like,
Gone with the Wind. Goddamn it,
Mammy. Like, what? Let's just go all with it. Let's have people tap dancing. Let's like what are we going to do? Like, what is it? Because they don't get it. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that
like,
was
talk to some people who know what they're doing.
Somebody did the watermelon salad on purpose, clearly. The ice cream, one thing, the watermelon salad, that was intentional.
That's intentional.
One of the news stories said, we like, no, yeah, let's make a fucking watermelon salad.
And what's a watermelon salad? What is that? What is we doing?
Intentional, that one. But I guess it worked. We talking about the shit. So yeah, like it definitely was intentional, that shit.
It's a hot mess.
But
it's no way around it. It's a hot mess. We need some real educate. Like, if you want to learn more about Juneteenth, why don't go on your computer, don't Google. Why don't you take your ass to the library, go to the library, check out some books, and actually research it and actually learn something. Research something, learn, educate yourself, because as long as we keep on perpetuating this ignorance, nothing's going to get better. Like, so let's go and let's educate ourselves. Let's all do better and let's educate ourselves. Let's just do that.
But as we wrap this up, a couple of hot takes.
Yes, hot takes. Go ahead.
Add one first of all. Yeah, rest in peace, Marion Barber, former Cowboys and Chicago Bears running back, dead at just 38 years old. Still don't have the whole story on that, but yeah, they did a wellness check and then found him in there. Yeah, so rest in peace to that brother. Also, an OG right here. Rest in peace to the original Gerber baby, Ann Turner Cook, 95 years old. Yeah, to know the baby.
Yeah, I remember when they picked when they had the campaign to pick a new Gerber baby, and I remember when they showed her picture, I was like, you could tell it was her because she still looks. I mean, obviously she's a lot older, but she still looked like the little cheeks, and it's like she still looked like the Gerber baby. Yeah, she still looked like.
And on a happy note, congrats to LeBron James, the first active NBA player to reach billionaire status with a B, not an M, billionaire status. Get your money, black man.
And what they say about him, you're a high school graduate. You're not gonna, you didn't go to college, you this and that. You're from the projects of Akron.
Mm.
Now he's a billionaire. Not even 40 years old and a billionaire.
Yeah, he made almost 400 million just in income from the NBA alone. Like that's his NBA money.
Get your money.
Yeah, made great, and he owns part of Fenway Park and shit. Like where the Red Sox play. Like he's part owner.
Nice.
That is like, yeah.
Nice.
He made a smart investment in Blaze Pizza. Like you know Blaze Pizza, yeah.
Yeah, Blaze Pizza, yep.
He made like 30 million from that. Actually, he made a $1 million investment that became 30 million. See, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's why you gotta have money to invest so you can get in on the ground level. And the fact that he credits his queen, he did an appreciation post for Miss Savannah.
Yeah, you saw his post, yeah.
His queen, you know me, I clap for that type of stuff. Where he did that, he gave flowers to his queen and he acknowledged her. And then some people in the comment section, and this was my comment I left, the people were trying to complain about that she caters to, because people don't like to use the phrase when women say that they cater to their husband. And this is my phrase that I say. This is exactly how I say. If you respect your spouse will have no problem catering to you. And that works both ways. You guys respect one another, it reciprocates. He does for you, you do for him. So big up to the Jameses. Yes. We need more Black billionaires out there. Yes.
They say he's only the second though, which is surprising. Yeah, because like it's Jordan, obviously, and now LeBron. I could have swore it would have been. I thought Magic was there.
Magic was.
Maybe he's close to billionaire status.
He might be very close because Magic
hit it. Yeah, he might be like
everything,
100, something like that. Which is almost a billionaire.
900. Oh, you got 900 million.
700 million. It's like,
oh, you got 920 million, but who's counting?
Shaq, I thought it was pretty close too. Is like, so he's probably up there like Shaq because he got all kinds of endorsements too.
Because Marcus said that when he went to LA to do a video shoot one time, he said when they were driving around, he said Magic Johnson, like literally name Magic Johnson Gym, Magic Johnson this, Magic Johnson that, Magic Johnson this, Magic. In LA, like literally he owned
the LA Dodgers too. Yeah, like Magic, yeah, he's him and Jordan are the only two like owners and shit, basically sports teams. Like, yeah. Like he's like part owner of the fucking Dodgers. Yeah, like
Dodgers. Black man, get your money. We need more Black billionaires. We need more of them. We need more of them.
As we wrap up Not Another Damn Podcast.
Yes.
Appreciate you supporting our episode. If you want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. We're talking Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Tasha.
Yeah, I still got to check out the Bobby Brown his documentary. Yeah, the one I haven't checked it out yet. He got a new one now. Like how they did the Janet one, I got to check out. Me and my lady, we're gonna check out the Bobby Brown. We were supposed to check it out, but it just didn't happen this past weekend. Also, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Also, check the podcast on YouTube and all your Amazon Alexa devices as well. I get it all in, yeah.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.